What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the garage and welcome to a little Thursday night shop talk. You know, that kind of thing. This is going to be called the Did You Notice episode. Did you notice? Did you notice? And if you saw from the thumbnail, the new Fiat 500C that was just released, did you notice? It's not the same. It's not the same. It was redesigned. If you look here on the base, Fiat 500C. Does it say it? Does it say it? Does it say it? I don't see the copyright date, but I can tell you that on the long card it does say 2026. Somewhere's on there. Somewhere's on there it says 2026 because they did redesign this. They did, and we'll show it in a minute. But, you know, in fact, we'll show it right now. How about that? How about that? So here is the new 2026 release of the Fiat 500C. The C stands for customizing, not for anything else but customized. Here is the original 1999 first edition Fiat 500C. Also in purple. Interesting choice. So 27 years ago, the Fiat 500C looked like this. And we got a redesign to this. And this happens from time to time. I mean, this happens. This happens a lot in the diecast world. Too many moving parts, right? Too many different parts make for, expenses. So this car would have the chrome base. Oh, look. Okay, so yeah, chrome base. Looks like the pipes are separate with the engine. You got your interior, which is obviously part of the wing. Then you got your metal body and your windshield. That is way too many parts. Way too many. So in this one, you'll have your headset with there. You got 1, 2, right? 3, 4. Definitely less plastic material, less money. Keep the cost down. And it happens from time to time. We see this from time to time. I thought this was a pretty great example when I was going through my totes looking for something for a friend of mine, one of my delivery customers. Huge Star Trek fan, and I know I have some extra of the Enterprise on card, so I was gonna get him one. And then I came across this. And I said, "Wait, I just got a 500C." My friend Kat really liked purple, before she passed. So I thought, I'll just go ahead and show a couple purple cars. And I got to thinking, you know what? That is way different. So let's look at some other cars that are way different than what they came out with in the beginning. So that being said, let's zoom back in to this sweet 32 Ford, which is absolutely one of my favorite castings of all times. Hands down, got a bunch of them. They're not, any of them are in the same spot. And that's just me. I've got extras for customs. I've got open examples. I've got some that are wheel swapped. I got some that are just paint differences. But here's the original version. This was 1997, I want to say. Second version. Let's see if we can get this focused. 1997, right? Then it was redone again in 2000. And is that a 6 or an 8? I'm going to say that's a 6. Either way, engine all one piece, right? This one, the scoop is part of the actual metal body. It's a subtle change. It's a subtle change, and it probably went unmissed for a lot of y'all. Went unmissed for me for a little while, but yeah, the engine is different. Looks like it's a bigger supercharger on there, I like it. Either way, I love the 32 Ford. I'm not mad. I mean, I don't know how many cents they saved, or how many different design options that they were able to do just by switching over to the new design, but I like it. I'm not going to complain. Either way, they both look great. If it's a 32, I'm going to buy it. If I find one, great. If I find extras, I'll custom one, and I do like doing customs on the 32, man. I got some all over the world, as a matter of fact. They have gone out. So what else have we that has changed? How about this? How about the Troka? this is one of the first ones. See, we see a date on that one. Does it say 2000? Right, La Troka. So if you can see from this example, the bed is separate from the cab. The adjustable visor also separate from the cab. So it's 1, 2, 3 pieces, 4 for the base, and then the interior. Right? Fantastic, fan-freaking-tastic. Dula Mia La Troka. There's a more recent one. Everything is all one solid piece. The half of the bed is not part of the interior. So again, you got 1, 2, 3 with the windshield, 4 pieces. Makes sense, right? In the long run, the less pieces you have to produce to put together a puzzle, the more profitable the puzzle is. Still looks the same, still does the same, still rolls the same. Less pieces, less headache, more money. Makes sense. And I love a La Troka. I'm not mad. I'm not mad, yo. These things happen. They happen for the best. I'm okay. I personally am not a fan of moving doors, you know? So how about this? The Rocket Oiler Special. This one was sent to me from Jason, the Diecast car nut, a while back. He was talking about stripping it in a video. I said, no, 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 no. Because at that time, this one had just been put back out. It was the very first casting that was able to buy the Rocket Oiler Special. Metal top, metal base, right? Little plastic engine that you can easily customize. I thought this thing was fantastic. And then he went and showed this one. Same car, but it had this extra piece there. Like the extra fin. So you still had the metal pipes, you still had everything exactly the same, except it had this extra metal wing, and it is metal. I was like, bro, no, don't strip it. I need it. I'll give you something. I'll trade you something for it, because I don't have one in my collection. He sent it to me, and it's still the only one in my collection, because that's all I need. I just need an example, and I got the example of the one that I customized a bunch of these, by the way. I did. Love that thing. Love it. But again, it's a subtle change. They cut down half the metal in the car, right? Still gave us a metal base, metal top, but they took off the extra metal wings on the side. And it makes sense that, you know, monetarily, it makes sense. The more money you save, the more cars you can produce, the more cars you can produce, the more money you can make. It makes sense. I'm not an economics major, I'm just saying it makes sense. How about this? How about this? Because this one can fool you. This is the first edition of the DMC-12 Delorean. Here is a rather recent one in the last year or so. Alright, so let's take a look. Alright. Putting aside the full details from the first edition, because this is the silver one is the first edition. So we got the whole blackout front end, which is proper, and I think Mattel should still put out the blackened front end. Right, because it's proper, but they didn't. So what's the difference? What did they change? Tell you right here on the very first edition, this back end, it actually opens up. Dang it, I can't do it with one hand. All right, so the back end actually opens up. Pretty stinking cool, right? This one does not. It is actually part of the windscreen. So when you see any of your newer DeLorean DMC-12s, these do not open. They are actually part of the windscreen. And they'll be blue, they'll be yellow, whatever, pink, hot pink. There's a hot pink one, which I absolutely hate. But yeah, that does not open. That is actually part of the windscreen. So yeah, simplest thing. One less moving part to manufacture and produce and put together, where there could be problems with the putting together part. So it makes sense. Make it part of the windscreen. That was a subtle change. Was it important and necessary? It doesn't make a deal to me. I mean, I've got an example of each one, so I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I love a DeLorean, by the way. Cheese and crackers. Back to the Future ruined me. So how about this? How about this? So let's just take a look at this. Probably one of my favorite things to collect, 56 Ford delivery. Flash the photographer on this particular casting. The metallic dark gray. It's probably one of my favorite colors on any car. Cool graphics on here, man. Absolutely cool. The front end does tilt forward, which I think is fantastic. I do have this version with this cool swamp creature, Legend of the Swamp Skitter. Skitter sounds terrible, but that does look like come out of a skitter toilet. Also in a moving front end. So do have quite a few of these. I want to thank everyone that has sent me one over the years that I didn't have, because I have had many people send me some, and I am thankful. I have quite a nice collection of these. But again, extra part, extra expense, so things change. And so we came out with the non-moving hood, which I'm absolutely fine with. Absolutely fine with. But by that same token, I think that if you saved a lot of money not putting on a moving part and everything, cheese and cracker, couldn't you just give us at least the tail lights like you did on this one? They had a moving part and all these extra decals. Now we just get decals, no moving part, no tail lights. Infinite sadness. But that's it, y'all. I mean, things change. Things change. Do you want to see those two Fiats together? Do you want to see those two Fiats together? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's just do this. All right. 1999 first edition, 2026 first release of the new redesigned version. That's quite a long time, y'all. That's quite a long time for a redesign. So let's crack this open as well. Yep. My friend Kat loves purple. My friend Harry loves purple. And but yeah, boy, that is a big significant difference. Big change. But guess what? No special packaging needed. No giant tail fin on there. Got rid of the extra part from the interior there. Now it's, you know, still a fantastic casting. Absolutely fantastic casting. So you know what? Sometimes it's good to have change in life. Sometimes it's good to have change. A lot of us have trouble accepting change. Some of us accept it, move on, and head on. And in the collecting world, we call it a variation. It's a variation. Not what we would have liked, but you know what? We still like it. It's still good. So change is good. So that being said, y'all, thanks for stopping by the garage. As always, y'all be safe, be well, and be kind. Always be kind. Till next time at the garage, I'll see you later, grease monkeys.